Hello there. So I'm going to catch you up on a story. The plan here is to not use inorganic fertilizers, to kind of try to work with Mother Nature and not against her. And my main thing here is growing pecan trees. They're set out. We're just waiting for them to do their thing. But of course I have to do my part. They need a fertilizer. But I'm not using inorganic fertilizers. I only want to use organic fertilizers. Makes things a little more difficult, a little challenging at times, because of course it's really easy just to go get some liquid and put it through the irrigation and boom, you're done. But you know, I'm trying to work on it a different way. You know, I had a lot of bugs the first couple years. If y'all have seen previously, I haven't sprayed. I didn't spray it all this year. I don't think I sprayed last year. If I did, it was very early in the season. This year, the bugs were a lot less, and I'm gonna say that's due to the chickens. Up here in the very front of the orchard, the bugs were minimal. Further back, I see a lot more grasshoppers and such, a lot more things eating away on the leaves, but really no bug problems. Now, I guess that can attribute to maybe the lack of stress on the trees, things like that as well. But we'll see, I don't know. In an effort to fertilize these things, I have cows and I have sheep. So they're sort of a multi-purpose. One, they eat the grass. Two, they poo. And the poo is a fertilizer. Well, I have 400 and something trees here, pecan trees, and another 100 olive trees. And I only got about 20 cows and 4 donkey now. And that just isn't enough, because I need a lot of stuff out here, you know? So I'm using chicken poo. Now, it's called chicken litter because it's not just straight poo, it's mixed with all the wood chips and stuff that they put in there. I understand these come from grow houses, the big long football field shaped homes that have all the chickens in them. And it is my understanding that they do use some antibiotics in those chickens. But essentially I might have some of that in this poo. But the fact that those chickens get processed so fast, they are about 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks from hatch to death or hatch to processing. And apparently we're not supposed to have antibiotics in the meats still, so they say. So I know when I buy antibiotics, if I have a sick animal, I've had to get antibiotics on a couple animals because they got bit and the bite was getting infected. So as soon as I found out, I'm giving them antibiotic. Of course, I'm going to treat these things, you know. But the vet was very clear, and he actually had a very, very good explanation on the antibiotic and the wait period before you can butcher animals and things like that. So he actually gave me, wow, a lot of information about that, and I really appreciate it. So trying to use that, I think that this poo, the antibiotics in it should be inactive, if you will. I don't know. So anyway, I have a little poo spreader right here. Now this isn't a big one. This is just a little old cute one. This I acquired from, of course, Facebook Marketplace. Very nice lady that I got it from. She said, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just not working. She gave it to me for a really good price. I had to get it. I said, I can fix it. And, you know, I could use another project anyway, since I have so much extra time. So I got it, took it home. Some bolts were broken. I fixed those. Said, man, this is it. Brought it out here. It sat for several months. Now I'm going to use it. It was getting late in the day yesterday. I hooked it up to the tractor and it wasn't working. The chain on it, there's a chain on it that slides the poo to the back. And then those little red paddles flap it around. I'll show you in a minute. The chain wasn't working. So I had to dig into it. Anyway, so there are some sprockets that were frozen on there, and it took a lot of sledgehammering, but I got it. They have a tiny Zerk fitting that is very easily missed, and you have to get underneath the thing to even find it. That's what it was. And I've put it back together. I've tested it. It seems to work. So now I'm going to throw poo in it, and we're going to get going. I'm going to let you watch me load this thing up, and let's go spread some fertilizer. Stand by. Of course, it's winter time, and it gets dark very fast. It's only 5:30 at night, and it looks pretty bright, but it's not. Trust me, it's getting dark fast. I have 40 acres to spread 40 tons of poo on, roughly trying to do a 1 ton per acre. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right. Whatever, as long as I get a lot of poo where the trees are and some poo where there's not trees. More where the trees are, I'll be happy. But anyway, hashtag not sponsored, but I need some wings to get this done. I wish you can smell the aroma of this stuff. But you don't want to, it's nasty. So this is only one load here of my dump trailer. I was hauling about 10,000 pounds, something like that in the neighborhood. 10, 14, it was 14,000 pounds. I don't know, I made 7 trips. Got 40 tons. It's chicken poo, and it smells like it too. It's nasty. Anywho, I'm not gonna go there. So it has the chain under there. I think I might be able to put a little bit more. That might be really about it. The chain pulls it back here. It's driven by the wheels. These little beaters will beat off the stuff and it'll fly everywhere. And this is the actuator here. It's on a little triangle deal. This comes up and down. That's how the chain moves. And that's it. So this is the apron chain that controls that. Can't back up. It's the biggest thing. Can't back up when this is engaged. So I just leaving it engaged, and I'll probably just pull around this way and get a little bit closer next time. But here we go. All right. Of course I would like a bigger, I'd like a bigger poo spreader, but it's okay. I got a really good price on this one. I couldn't let it go. I wanted one of the big ones with PTO driven, but you know, even so old, they're very expensive. And then there's still a lot of work and stuff to do on them. But the thing is, you can fill them up with like more than that in there and just drive. This is gonna require frequent fill-ups for me. I think I'm gonna have to fill it up probably, I'm hoping I can at least get 1 row. We'll find out. So, and it is getting kind of cool. You see I have my sweatshirt, and I gotta keep these vehicles running so I can have the heater on. All right, let's look at this stuff fly. Just gonna go to one side of this tree here. So actually I'm gonna go to this side, because this side I planted a mixture of ryegrass, alfalfa, and 2 different clovers. So I haven't had a chance to look to see if they're growing. Unfortunately, the cows were out here, so, and the sheep are here. So I have no idea if anything was growing. It may be gone. Here we go. Let's put some lights on. There we go. See, the beaters are doing their thing. And you hear a little click. That's the chain moving. It's a little apparatus on the sprocket that moves the chain. So let's let it fly. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna go a little fast so it can fly. And as soon as I turn this camera off, I am going to close this window. Hold on a second. Put it in high gear. I think I could do this at night, so I'm going to try to get this all finished up tonight. I give myself about 4 hours or so to do it. I think I'll be good. But that's it. It slowly works back. Oh wow, it's almost halfway gone, and Not even halfway down the line. Worst comes to worst, I'll disengage it and engage it later on, or try to put a little bit more in there, see how much I can hold. I think some stuff just flew back in here. Man, I gotta mow all this too. I think we just passed halfway. Rats. Man. So I have 14 rows, so that'll be 28 trips. Roughly getting about half of it. Seems like the faster you go, the further it flings it. So, noted. Alright, I'm gonna turn around because I can't back up. Looks like we get about half a row. I'll count that half a row. And I'll just do all the halves first. As I get further away from my pile, I'll disengage it while I'm down there. Go to my spot where I'm going to start to spread it, open it up, or re-engage it, and go from there. So, I'm going to let y'all have the benefit of only seeing the ends. Whee! And I'm going to get going on this and finish this up. We'll get right back. All right, I don't even know if you can see me. Here, I'll put the light right around here. I haven't used my phone light. It's a little later. As you can see, it's pretty dark. And my guard dog is gonna bite me. She's probably mad at him. Hey, settle down. She's a guard dog, that's what she does. Anyway, she's a lot of show, not a lot of go. But I won't put it past her. One day she might go. So everything worked pretty well. I'm shut down for the night. I fueled it up. I got about 1/3 done over there. I really had to shut it down because it was getting, well, it's obviously dark. And out here, look, taking my light away, you can't see anything. There's nothing to see. There's a couple lights from the stars, and I have a couple lights on a fence post over there, but really you can't see anything. And I do have lights on the tractor, obviously, but it's very disorienting, believe it or not. I just decided to shut it down before I ran into pipes or something like that I didn't want to run into, because I do have some irrigation pipes out there. Anyway, I got set up for tomorrow. I'm fueled up. It's gonna be cold as anything in the morning when I wake up again. And so I have the skid steer now at the new pile because I finished up this pile over here. I'm fueled up here, so at least I can, I'm kind of close to the door, so I can get it to, I can run out here, start it, let her warm up for a little bit. It's really about all we got. We'll catch up with you in the morning. All right, see you then. Okay, it's morning, a new day. Man, it was cold last night. Woo-wee. Had to let the equipment warm up, for about 20 minutes or so before everything was defrosted enough to see through it. But now, I've been out, it's about 9 in the morning right now. I've been out since, well, I started them up about 7 o'clock, so about 7:30 or so I started out here. I'm in the back end of the orchard now. Way over there is the front end. I got these couple rows done, these first 3 rows done. What's happening is I'm able, with the size of this spreader, I'm able to get just over half of the row, and then I'll do 2 of them, and then I'll fill it up again and shut it off, get to where it stopped, start it back up again, and then finish 1 row and then the other half coming back. So that's kind of how it's going. So for every row of trees, it's taken me about 3 trips. It's not the best, not the most efficient, but it's a spreader and it's better than having nothing. So I can't complain. I will show you this here. And you know, doing those 3 rows, it took me just over an hour. I'm still thinking, you know, 3-4 hours to do the whole orchard. I'm not getting the exact coverage that I want, but I am getting the chicken litter by the trees. I would like to have it in between the trees as well, but that's okay. We're not gonna get it right now. And it is actually coming out to just over 1 ton per acre. I'm getting it a little thicker than I wanted to, which I wanted to really. I wanted to do up to 4 tons per acre, but slowly start out so I don't have too much wasting of the nutrients into the ground, especially right now in the winter time. But with no grass or trees utilizing it, it's just gonna end up wasting. So I think we're okay right now. Here we go, we're getting back to work. That's pretty much what happens over and over again. I think if I was able to make the sides a lot taller, I'd be able to at least make one full run down the row, and that would save me from having to do the half rows. So it'd be pretty much one trip. I'd almost have to double its capacity. The problem is it'll dump out the back. That's what I'm concerned about. They have the other ones that have that gate there that'll open up and stuff, but it's all right. I think this will work for now, and I would love a drop spreader. The local co-op has a spreader for lime that it's kind of tempting to go and borrow it and fill it up with chicken poo, but the problem is people are using it for lime. I'd have to just really hose it out or blow it all out and make sure it's clean before I take it back. It's not that it's corrosive, well, it's corrosive, but this is pretty dry, and it should be no worse than lime, I suppose. But I don't know, that's maybe in the future I can consider doing that in conjunction with putting lime out. So I'll buy some lime from them, come out here and lime the place, and then put the chicken manure in there and run it over with chicken manure. That'll have a spread of about 18 plus feet, so I could run straight in the middle of this aisle and hit everything. It'd be a lot faster. You know, it's that time versus money kind of thing. You know, if I were to buy one, they're very expensive. So this is getting it done. It's just taking time, you know, so we're going with it. Anyway, see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.